My name is Naomi. I'm the founder of Safe Refuge International. I went to the Philippines 12 years ago as a nurse and a midwife. In these birth centers that I worked in, first in the South and then in Manila, which is the capital of the nation, I started to see girls come in. There was a look, and I say girls because they were all ages. The youngest I've seen since being with Safe Refuge is we've had a 10-year-old pregnant girl. But there was always a look that I could just tell their heads were down. Shame is already a problem in Asian cultures, but they just, I could see the cycle of poverty in Manila. Their families were nowhere around, there was no one to help them. At that time, human trafficking wasn't a buzzword, I hadn't really heard of it, but I started meeting girls who were obviously being sold, who were victims of the sex industry. So in 2007, Rodel Comia and I, she's a Filipino nurse, who's a dear friend, we founded Safe Refuge together with the heart and vision to have a place, a safe place for these girls to come to. At Safe, our vision is to rescue, nurture, and rebuild lives. What that really looks like is, if you've seen a slum, which a lot of our girls have grown up in slums, where they're just denied everything. Poverty isn't just a lack of money or a lack of resources, it's a lack of everything that we would consider a basic human right, which is education, food, clothing, and yes, medical care. We've had some that includes sometimes girls who come to us from daughters of prostitutes or prostituted people come to us with their daughters who have birth defects. They were born with cleft lip, cleft palate, and it was never repaired and they're 7 years old. And a lot of times the medical needs are the open door for us to be able to reach them. The statistics are one thing that God's really used to motivate my heart. What took me to the Philippines in the beginning was every 2 hours a Filipino woman dies from pregnancy-related complications. Every 5 minutes a Filipino newborn dies. And the newer statistics that I learned after I got to the Philippines is that every single day 12 Filipino children are trafficked, 12 new Filipino children are being sold. The Philippines is 4th worldwide for child prostitution, and there are an estimated 800,000 prostituted persons and 100,000 prostituted children in the Philippines. Part of the rebuilding vision of Safe Refuge does include education. And we noticed pretty early on that after we rescue and we do nurture and we're teaching the girls who they really are and that they have value, one thing that really changes that about how they see themselves is in education. When they realize that I can write, or I'm good at math, or they start to dream, which is something that as little children they didn't. It was usually just surviving. They start to dream about being a teacher or a nurse or different things. And so in our journey with Safe, we've had a lot of different directions in education, because some of our girls come to us and they can't read, they can't write, they don't even, the situation with birth certificates, some of the girls don't even have a legal name, they don't legally exist. So it's a long road, it's a journey, but this year, in our 8th year, Safe Refuge will have our first 2 college graduates. Olivia is graduating with her degree in education. When she came to Safe Refuge, she was 14 and pregnant. She was a daughter of a prostitute. And when I see her, I see miracles. I see her little boy that she loves, and it's just incredible to see, and we're so excited to see her graduate with her degree. Most importantly, we're excited to see who she is in the Lord and how thrilled she is that God's rebuilt her, and He did that. He rebuilt her. And May will be graduating as a social worker. She wants to be a social worker. She wants to pour back into her country, into the people, and as a single mom, which all of our girls are. So imagine going through education in general is challenging, college when you weren't in school most of your life, and then to be a single mom. But they are the heroes. They're amazing to see, and they're really brave overcomers. So 8 years ago when we started Safe Refuge, it was Red and I, as the directors, as the founders, in the very beginning, just running through things. We had a small staff, 2, Ate Edna and Ara were on our staff then, and now we've been through so many different changes. And Ara is the national director for Safe Refuge, Red's doing the medical end, Ate Edna's now directing, she was our house manager in the beginning, now she's managing both of our houses. And when I say both, we have a compound that has 3 houses outside of the city, right across the street from an elementary school, so the kids can come home for lunch, breathe fresh air, run. It's a great place. We're hoping to be able to buy property and improve the property. We can't improve it as a rental, but it really does need a lot of work. Safe Refuge is expanding and growing. We have new girls coming in, we have new needs. The needs can be really overwhelming, but with every opportunity we have to change lives, to be a part of rescuing a girl, a family sometimes, we need new partners. We need new people to stand with us, to stand up and say, I want to rescue, nurture, and rebuild. new people that come along on our team and help us in the daily operating expenses and with projects as they come along. Just people to be on our team and our family to join us in the daily battle for justice, for freedom, to see lives rescued, nurtured, and rebuilt. At Safe Refuge, for every meal, when the girls sit down and pray, even the littlest ones will thank God for our supporters. And they know that they're safe today because of our existing supporters, because of the people a world away who say they have value, who care about them. And some of them have visited, whether or not they've visited. It's just amazing to me to see that connection and how they feel. God has used you to make them feel like they're not forgotten, like they have value. And when the girls who are in college, when they're sponsored to get an education, I hear them and they say, thank you for trusting me. And Naomi, thank our supporters. Tell them thank you for supporting. And they know it's God taking care of them, but God is using you for them to have what they need in their daily, to be safe, to be taken care of, and to say you have value.
Before, I really needed a safe place to stay, and I needed help for my study to continue, and I need also someone to listen about me because I was really depressed about what happened in my family. And now I'm really thankful that God brought me here at Safe Refuge, and I'm so blessed that because we know that there are a lot of people praying for us, supporting us financially, and that's why we are so grateful. We are so thankful, and thank you. Thank you for supporting us. That's all.
Thank you for the role that you have played in every life that's been transformed. And thank you for continuing to stand by us in the coming new year.